2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Kaiser going for the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down. Murray now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. No take. Bill, get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now this time Murray to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Gordon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Melvin Gordon. 88 yards, and the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Jets will extend their lead. Extra point put through by Choppa, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go option to the short side. Murray has the first down and more. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks. And
there goes Melvin Gordon, the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Choppa. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
TJ Logan on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Murray. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. From the gun, Murray. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They do go for it. It's Murray. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw, Kaiser. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. DeShone Kaiser with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I can't believe they let you play.
Murray now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's almost guaranteed points the other way. But I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast because they did not cash in for any good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, McCaffrey. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
A 4-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
Come on, set. Choppa.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Powers through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get it. Go.
1st down, Murray. He's got Smith here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Kill. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. Drop. He's coming on it. Yeah, Jet.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Kaiser now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Kaiser is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On 2nd and 9, Murray.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike 8. It's coming this way. Here we go. Mike 8.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Let's go.
At the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
He's checking. Crash.
Kaiser now from the 50. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Kaiser. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go. 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. And this one complete to Smith. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The Panthers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Flushed out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Kaiser, this is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And a Panther first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All day, every day.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 1st down, Kaiser going up top. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Murray fighting, lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To throw is Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Following the interception, Kaiser. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point try now for Succop. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. Gets around him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.